Horror games. Ever since Slender the 8 Pages came into the gaming scene, it felt like every single popular horror game turned into a jump scare simulator. Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Baldi's goddamn stupid bald ass basics. The gimmick of these games is here I am doing a task and oh, a cute little bunny popped up in my face. How sweet. When I was younger, I thought it was hilarious to see YouTubers poop their pants because they got startled by a robotic animatronic. But now looking back at it as an adult, it's funny, but that's about it. Jump scares are really lame in my eyes. After your 5th one in a row, it doesn't really do anything anymore. And the funny thing is that these games revolve around it. It's their identity. So what happens is that you play the game, you get spooked. And that's it, you've experienced everything. The cryptic-ass lore these games have is what keeps them afloat in my eyes. The gameplay itself is usually boring as hell after 10 minutes. So what if, and this is a crazy idea, okay? What if you take that cryptic lore idea, but instead of making the game itself revolve around the garbage, you make it actually good. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, and they actually did that. Like, what? Little Baby Nightmares 1 and 2 are some of the most underappreciated horror games out there currently. Instead of trying to startle you every 10 minutes, Little Nightmares is more interested in making you feel uncomfortable with terrifying imagery and scenarios, and it goddamn nails it. You play as a small little child in a world where every single other object is bigger than you, so you end up using the environment around you to solve puzzles or to flee from big meanies. Both games are really good at making you feel like an ant. You can barely do anything to defend yourself. Most of the times you are just trying to finesse your way through all the chaos that's unfolding around you. This is what a horror game should try to achieve in my eyes, making you feel vulnerable in a genuinely unsettling environment. Horror games really like to recycle the same 3 themes over and over again, and Little Nightmares also kinda does this. I mean, there's a spooky forest in this game, like that's super generic. But you also have dining halls filled with obese people stuffing their faces with different types of meat. Schools with little twerp kids with hollow glass heads that you can smash into little bits. This is the best part, by the way. Just fuck these little kids. There's this water level with a big old grandma that tries to grab you if you're swimming. They aren't the most creative areas, but I mean, look at him. That's a chunky ass boy. It is an extremely linear game. You have almost no freedom in how you want to tackle a situation. There is one way to solve a thing, and that's the only way you're gonna solve that thing. Which is not really a bad thing, but it would have been cool if you could carve your own way to the end. But the best part of these two games is the story. Like, this is some shit you're gonna be watching hundreds of theory videos over just to understand what the hell is going on. Like, well, but every single thing in Little Nightmares has a purpose. The monsters aren't there just to be monsters. It all combines together and paints a picture, an actual interesting picture. Every single environment feels so alive. The streets have this eerie vibe, like everyone just suddenly poofed away and their clothes stayed as a reminder. The scullery is filled to the brim with used pots and pans, all covered in mountains of foam. It doesn't give you a single line of dialogue. Everything is explained with the visuals and animation, and they put a lot of care into it. I mean, just look at this ray tracing, deep learning, super sampling, 8K quality gameplay. Awesome! And both games also have endings where you just open your jaw wide open and turn into this Wojak. It has just the right amount of mystery to keep you questioning things while at the same time tying a lot of things together. I really don't want to spoil it because it's something you gotta experience for yourself, but this is gonna happen to you, okay? You will see. Overall, both Little Nightmare games are a goddamn blast to play. Combined, it takes you about 8 hours to fully complete. It's a really short experience, but that's just because it's quality after quality. There are no low points. The games are a consistent 9 out of 10 all the way through. It isn't stretched out for the sake to be stretched out. It's a small but super engaging experience that I can't recommend more. Also, in Little Nightmares 2, you can hold hands with your little buddy. Like, that is so cute. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, they say you should like and subscribe to my YouTube. Just subscribe.